Welcome back for another game break, everybody. So it's time for a Eiyuden Chronicle update. And as always, we'll probably get a character reveal and maybe we'll get something else to go along with it. Monster art and probably, obviously, a developer update. So let's get to it. September 2021 update. Hey there, heroes. Summer is almost over, so put on your fuzzy socks, prepare those pumpkin spiced lattes, and snuggle in for our September Eiyuden Chronicle update. Toyko Game Show 2021. You guys gonna be at the game show? That's right, Toyko Game Show will be returning again this year with their online platform filled to bursting with news and announcements that'll have us gamers bouncing with excitement. That's very true. With online showcases, creator exhibits, and even a full VR arena, there'll be plenty to see and do. Not to mention, our super secret insider sources tell us that we'll want to pay extra special attention to the 505 game showcase on October 1st. Well, it sounds like we might be seeing something then, eh, everybody? Ooh, I'm excited. What the hell? Production updates, character profile squash. What the heck? Okay, so we have a beastman tribe of bird people, and this is looking like a parrot to me, and it almost is like he's got a mustache going on. What the hell? Squash, profession, the League of Nations, gender male, age 44. Favorite food, spinach quiche. And Ornita, who peddles accessories. He claims to be a fine judge of his wares. Capable of sorting the treasure from the trinkets, but at times one can't help but think that shiny object is his sole criterion. Well, see this cut here? Classic proto-monarchist feature. And this lovely curvature here at the shoulder, oh yes, worth a hefty sum, I'd say. And it's so shiny. Kawano's comment, in Eiyuden, the characters' expressions vary based on their dialogue. So we no longer have to rack our brains finding the perfect expression that'll fit in any kind of circumstance, whether it be a comedic scene or a near-death situation. That being said, we're trying to make sure he has just the right amount of character and emotion for this particular situation. But that alone is already enough cause for me to break down and scream, LOL. I've been trying to come up with facial expressions for this character, Squash, and most of my time is spent wailing in front of a mirror. But don't worry, I'll keep churning away at it. Yeah, that, how the hell? Yeah, pretty much just like, it's all gonna be in the eyes, pretty much, in terms of what they're gonna do with this character's facial expressions. Got it. Monster Showcase. Oh, so we get a little bit more of an Eastern themed monster here. So the Nikari, so a samurai ghost. A wrath imbued with a warrior's soul. Just one of its vicious strikes is enough to cleave a gravestone in twain. Murayama's monthly development report. Eiyuden is set in a world brimming with different cultures and races, featuring a rich, diverse range of characters, inspired from all over the world, including elves and avian folk. I hope we get an avian warrior for sure. In my mind, the setting of a game shouldn't be limited to simply the story and the world itself, but also encapsulate all the necessary elements to fleshing it out. There are, however, a few things that the setting should adhere to, one of which would be the technological limitations of a medieval fantasy. Ideally, gunpowder should not be commonplace. This is to safeguard how war is staged in Eiyuden, very much like the Howling Voice Guild in Suikoden. They were a very select group of people that could use firearms, and it just made them that much cooler. The emergence of firearms such as guns and cannons greatly transforms how war unfolds. To preserve medieval warcraft, the use of close-quarter weapons in the form of swords and spears and bows and magic, it is imperative that gunpowder remains scarce throughout the world. If we were to add gunpowder to the world, then we can't have it rampant. The knowledge and use of it should be restricted, so only if you have access to it. Exactly. For example, have it appear through magical means, and only available to magic users. No matter the case, it needs to be limited so that the individual would not be able to mass produce it. An important part to establishing the setting is finding the perfect balance between creating sinister characters who bring a real sense of danger to the world, while ensuring that the world simply doesn't crumble under the weight of it either. A word from the team, Kawano. Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing well. Every character in Eiyuden has their own favorite food, but my tastes tend to change, and lately it seems almost as if all my life revolves around coffee. When I have a cup of coffee in hand, my work goes swimmingly, but as soon as I'm done with the cup, I get that hankering for another. So you're addicted to caffeine is what you're saying. But I know too much coffee isn't good for the body, so I've been limiting myself to 3 or 4 cups a day. That's still a decent amount of coffee. I get my first hit in the morning, followed by some work. My next pick-me-up comes at lunch, followed by more work. Finally, I give my last fix at night before another round of work. Afterwards, there's nothing else to do but hit the sack. It's not a half bad routine, don't you think? The other day was terrible. I went through my last stash of coffee beans. I ended up heading out in the morning to pick up some more, but I came back with a different batch from my usual. Needless to say, I couldn't get any work done that day. LOL. Holy crap. Yeah, you're on a coffee binge right now, girl. I decided to stock up so this doesn't ever happen again. Speaking of which, I've also been picking up a lot of wine lately. Jesus. I often don't get a chance to crack open a bottle, since I know I won't get anything done if I do, right? Nothing kills your motivation more than having a drink, at least for me. Although all this stockpiling has worked up a thirst, maybe I will whip out a bottle tonight. I'm sorry you had to hear me ramble on about beverages. Until next time. And that is that. So the bird dude. So yeah, once again, we're getting kind of like all of our support characters. We're getting our merchant characters, our innkeeper, stuff like that. I think they're definitely obviously keeping a lot of the cool characters in reserve to be revealed at a later time, right? But once again, I like the possibility of there being an avian race and maybe getting some cool looking warriors from that faction. That would be pretty sweet. And then the monster art, obviously, yeah, it looks pretty good. Eastern theme monster, definitely got that samurai warrior vibe going on. And we got a bit of a tease that they're going to be showing something at the 505 showcase on October 1st. So frick, another Eiyuden Chronicle trailer. I'm all about it. I'm all about it if that turns out what it is. But anyway, that's it for the Eiyuden Chronicle update, everybody. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next month. Actually, I'll probably see you, well, next month, but maybe early next month, depending on what 505 shows in regards to Eiyuden Chronicle. And as always, thank you. I'll see you later.